My name's Jackson. I have two older brothers and I was born and raised in Auckland. My hobbies are restoring roofs. I enjoy a hard day's work, going to the gym, personal health and fitness. I'm currently really enjoying Married at First Sight. My life before my faith was lonely. I felt like it was just me, and I didn't know where I was going in my future, constantly battling life and not knowing where or who to turn to. Just that feeling of being alone and having no purpose. I remember when my mum and dad moved to Australia and just how lonely that was. Shortly after, my ex-partner and son moved to Perth, and so for about 4 or 5 years, I'd say 4 years, I was just alone. I was either in prison, living at the Salvation Army Epsom Lodge. I did a treatment in that time, but basically I just didn't know. I've spent that whole 4 years just trying to find home, and I never really looked too far ahead into the future. So I've been coming to Gracegate since July 2020. My friend Jason Paul got me into the program and instantly just started making connections with people. Just the friendships and the people that I've met here at Gracegate are still very important to me. Everyone in Gracegate just welcomed me, and for the first time in many years, I felt at home. And I've left a few times since, but I've always felt welcome back. A few times I've actually crawled back into church to ask for help, and just feeling content in myself and a part of is something I've always wanted. And I really do feel that here at Gracegate. So for me, growing up, my grandmother was probably the most religious in my family. She would always say things like, I'm praying for you, Jackson, and telling me about what God and Jesus had done for her. I never really looked too far into it, but I know when things were bad for me, like if I really wanted bail or I was in a mess and I really needed something, I remember praying, my grandmother has a lot to do with my faith, and just, my family had been gone for 4 years, and I got out of jail and I travelled down to see my grandma. And we had the most amazing weekend together, just talking, and she was explaining her faith and all that. And I remember calling her from prison, and she wasn't too happy that I'd been arrested. And she said, Jackson, I want you to promise me something. I said, okay. And she said, I want you to promise me that you'll find God. And a few months later, I'm not too sure on how long, but I got the phone call that she had passed away. And so that's when it really, really hit me, I wanted to make her happy, and I was so grateful that I spent that weekend with her, and I got that time with her, and that's when my faith grew. I started praying more regularly. I'd also pray that I would find home, and I've been searching for a home since my family left for years. So my faith has definitely grown since coming to Gracegate, through Life Group, through the people that I hang around with, the message that I hear every Saturday. I really like Jeremiah 29:11, and I truly believe that God took me through all that strife and all those hard times on purpose, because it's made me the man that I am today. How my life has just come together because of him. My prayers daily are just giving thanks for blessing me, just continue to bless me, because I feel blessed, I really do, and I can actually see a future, I can see where I'm going. So I want to thank Jason Paul for getting me here. I want to thank Odin, Andy, John, Glennie, Robin Upton. I really want to thank everyone here at church for just being so welcoming, all the boys in supported living, all the households been and gone, everyone involved with Gracegate. Like, I can depend on these people. I want to thank my grandma for leading me down this journey. She knew, because of her experience with her faith and how much it helped her, so she could see that I was broken, and so I think she could see that I needed that, and so I thank her very much. And I also want to thank Gavin for just being a real friend for me, and guiding me into something that I've never done before in my life, and just being that guy I could talk to and spitball ideas, and you know, yeah, like I really appreciate what he's doing for me, and Glennie also. Andy, he's 100% grown on me, eh? Like, I met him when I first came to Gracegate, and I always kept in contact with him, you know, and now, like, he's one of my best friends, you know, and he's not afraid to tell me when I'm making a mistake or when I'm wrong, you know, and like he's quite hard on me, but I know it's coming from a caring place, and you know, I really appreciate him 100%. You know, like, without him I wouldn't be clean today, and I definitely wouldn't be as motivated to better myself, you know. I also want to thank my partner Hannah for just loving me, loving me back to the real Jackson, and putting up with my behaviours, and for encouraging me to take this next step. Today I'm going public with my faith because I believe that Jesus is my Lord and Saviour. I want everybody to know what He means to me and why I'm doing this.